it's Holly and I'm here with the mid-year book freakout tag. Sorry. Hopefully the lighting is okay. It is a little after 5, so like the sun is out, but we are dealing with some wildfire situations from Canada. So the sky, it's not that bad here. Like it's cloudy, but that's really it. But at my work, it was like creepy orange. So, and I think it's supposed to get worse tomorrow. So no windows being opened or anything today. Anyways, so I did not prepare for this in any way. I haven't watched anybody's videos or anything, but I do have my book journal with me to hopefully remind me because I don't remember things. Question number 1, best book you have read so far this year? Well, I've only had 1 5-star. So I guess technically it would be Unloved by Peyton Corinne, but I'm going to say honorable mention to Big Stick Energy by Serena Bowen, which I gave 4 stars, but I've said in multiple videos, I think could be a 5-star on a reread. So, you know. Best sequel you've read so far this year? Ooh, probably Big Stick Energy. I did really like The Twisted Throne by Danielle L. Jensen, but I don't really consider that a sequel. And then I'm kind of considering Carving Shadows into Gold by Bridget Kemmerer, but I think I like Big Stick Energy a little bit more. New release you haven't read yet, but want to. Let's look at what I purchased. I think I'm going to say Love Song by Elle Kennedy, even though I am nervous to read this after the Charlie Method not working for me. I am still cautiously optimistic and I'm interested in these characters. So, hopefully. Most anticipated release for the second half of the year. So I only have 2 pre-orders for the remainder of the year. That's Chasing the Rush by Lauren Rowe, and then Danielle L. Jensen has a new book coming out. It's like a dystopian series. It is called Defy the Dusk, and it is book 1 of the Sundering duet. So I think that over Chasing the Rush. I am excited about Chasing the Rush, but I love Danielle L. Jensen. So, and I'm like, kind of like dystopian is not necessarily my favorite, but I have really enjoyed everything I've read by her. Biggest disappointment? Ooh, I mean, I DNF'd a decent amount of books so far, and like, it would be easy to say like Tender Cruelty by Katie Robert, but I was already not enjoying the whatever Olympian series anymore, so like that's not like a surprise that I didn't like it. I am actually going to say The Prince and the Troll by Rainbow Rowell. This was a novella I read in February, and it just like I haven't read a lot of Rainbow Rowell, but I have enjoyed it, and this just felt like really flat for me. So I'm gonna say that. Because yes, there are books that I have DNF'd or rated lower, but I feel like the expectation was different, which makes it more disappointing. Biggest surprise? Honestly, probably Undone by Peyton Corinne. I did enjoy Unsteady, but there were things I didn't particularly love about it. Now, I do wonder, I read Unsteady with my eyes, and I read Undone with my ears via audio, so I don't know if that was part of what I enjoyed more. Sometimes if there are like writing quirks that I don't like in audio, it works better for me. So that could be the case. I have purchased the 3rd book in like a physical form because my library is like apparently not getting it because I keep looking and it's not available. So I just decided to buy it. I had a Barnes & Noble gift card. So I'm curious, but that was definitely a big surprise. Like I wasn't expecting to enjoy it and care as much as I did. Next, favorite new author debut or new to you? Like I don't even think I would say Peyton Corinne is like a new favorite or anything. I haven't read a lot. Well, that's not true. I guess I have read a lot of new authors like new to me because I've read a lot of novellas and stuff. But I don't know if I would say that they are like, I guess favorite new author, like which one of these do I like the most? I'm gonna say Julie Soto. So she wrote Second Act Romance, which is one of the books in the Valentine's KU novellas that came out. And this is the one where it's a second chance romance and they are doing the play Oklahoma, and like you could tell that Julie Soto must love Oklahoma. And I really enjoyed this. I thought it was very cute, very fun. I actually do have another book by her out from my library right now that I'm going to be starting in the next couple of days. So hopefully it carries through. We shall see. Newest fictional crush. I don't really do that anymore. So like nobody, I guess. Newest favorite character. I'm not sure like I have a new favorite, like I'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with this character. I have read a lot of like sequels and continuing series, so I've read a lot of characters that I really like, but were not new to me necessarily. Oh, maybe this is kind of like a cop-out or like a cheating answer. I'm gonna say Anna from the Twisted Throne and the Tempest Blade, who technically we did meet in earlier Bridge Kingdom books, but she gets her own story here. And well, I wouldn't say she's necessarily a favorite character. I did really enjoy her story and I enjoyed her and I liked her a lot. So I guess I'm going to say her. A book that made you cry. Did anything make me cry this year? I feel like Unloved did make me cry, like a little. Oh, Love and Other Words. Did tears fall? I know I teared up in the mall listening to that, the ending of that. I may have cried during Sparking Fire Out of Fate by Bridget Kemmerer. I can't remember. I like have not cried a lot this year. Honestly, I think like I went on birth control in February for my endometriosis, and I honestly think that it has kind of like evened out my emotions, and so I am less volatile now, and so I don't cry nearly as much. And I don't feel the need to cry. Like crying can be very cathartic, at least for me. And so I would sometimes like read things that I knew would make me cry to like let that like emotional release happen. So I don't know. A book that made you happy. I mean, Second Act Romance by Julie Soto did make me happy. I feel like there was something, I mean, Chasing the Ring did make me very happy. I thought that was a very solid contemporary sports romance, and it kind of takes me back to like early to mid 2010, like 2010s, like contemporary romance. And so not only was it a good book that I enjoyed and I really cared about, like I enjoyed the romance and these characters, but it made me feel like a return to something. Like there's so much dark, serious romance right now, and I'm just like not often in the mood for that. Most beautiful book you've bought so far this year or received. I don't think I have purchased anything that is like particularly beautiful. I mean, like, I think the Tempest Blade is pretty, but like I wouldn't be like, oh my god. So I guess I feel like this is the most beautiful one I've had, but like I think it's a nice cover, but I wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, obsessed with it. What books do you need to read by the end of the year? So I do want to read every book I have purchased. I am going, even though that is not my goal for the year, I am going to try very hard to accomplish that goal. I do have some plans for the year. Is there anything like my series goals, those I need to still read, which I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 left to read for that. I have reading vlogs, which I would like to do. Those are all rereads, really. So for the most part, so it's like, do I really have to do it? I don't know. And then there are a couple that I feel like I just want to be more in the know and like make informed decisions on. So I would like to read Warrior Princess Assassin by Bridget Kemmerer because I have enjoyed Bridget Kemmerer in the past. And I did start this and then I just had others like in December last year, and I just had to put it down because I just had other things that had to take priority. And I am very apprehensive about it because any kind of like poly or like MMF or anything like that is very hit or miss for me, and it is mostly miss. And so it's hard, but I do really like Bridget, so I am hopeful. And I would like to kind of know if that series is going to be for me or not, because the second book is coming out this year. I'm trying to think, is there anything else that I really want to prioritize this year? And I will try to link my like series video if you're curious about the series that I want to read. Oh, let me look, because I do have some holds out at my library right now that I have had for quite a while. Oh, so a nonfiction, it's Strangers by Belle Burden. I think this is very popular. Well, it's obviously very popular because I am 353rd in line and I started at 1,625th. There are 250 copies available at the New York City Public Library. There are 1,393 people waiting in total right now. I think this is a pretty popular, I think it might have come out this year, nonfiction. It's like a memoir, which is not something I normally read, but it sounds interesting. It's kind of this woman and she realizes that like her marriage was like a lie and stuff. And I'm trying to look to see if it came out in January. But somebody I watch, Clancy Burke, she read it. She reads a lot of nonfiction and she really enjoyed it, which I feel like enjoys a lot of the books that she reads. But it sounded interesting. So I am very curious to read that. I also would like to read more Krista and Becca Ritchie. I do have one on my series goals for the year, but they have released other books and I would like to read them. We've been a little with each other lately, on my end, you know, not their fault. They know nothing. We don't really know each other. So, and so I have a new series from them that I think is trad pubbed on my holds as well to read. But yeah, so that's really it. Like but I also honestly have not been trying to I have been very curated with the bookish content I watch. And I don't really watch a lot of hauls and everything because I'm not trying to be exposed to a bunch of things to then feel the desire to read them. I did see that a new Fourth Wing book was announced, which I think this book was announced, but today it came out, the title of it, and it's going to be kind of a different story. And for all of you Fourth Wing girlies and guys, I'm very happy for you. I'm so happy for you, and I hope it is everything you want it to be, but I will be passing. And I think there's another ACOTAR book coming out soon. So I know that's exciting for a lot of people, but not really for me. So there is a new Lisa Kleypas coming out this year, but it is more traditional historical fiction. There is supposed to be a romance in it, but it will not be a romance. So at this time I have decided to not pre-order. Could change my mind, but for right now that is my plan. But I will try to get it from my library or something and give it a shot. So, because I do love Lisa. So, we'll see about that one. But yes, that is the mid-year book freakout tag. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye!